Obviously, you guys are brothers, and so, I mean, you've probably been playing together as long as you can remember. But when is the first time you actually played music together and went, well, this is cool, this is fun, we want to do this? Can you remember that when that would happen?
I don't think that ever happened.
So you still hadn't got to that point.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of like we didn't even get a chance to discover Jimi Hendrix because it was just like already in our face at birth, and so like we didn't really get a chance to like experience like, oh, this is great, because it just kind of always was like we just love playing together, you know.
And so when you say Hendrix was there since birth, like permeated. Why was that? Was that because of your parents loved that and had it going all the time?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
absolutely.
Pretty sure Dad had a mission to brainwash us at an early age.
Yeah, well, it seems like it worked.
Yeah, there's a conspiracy behind all of this.
You guys really started playing out professionally in Little Rock, Arkansas, about 7 years ago. Mm. So Mason was what were you, like 6 at that point?
11.
11?
Yeah.
Is there a time you looked at each other and kind of go, hey, he's better than these other guys you were jamming with? Is there a time like that at all?
I just remembered a time when we were playing in this place called Dugan's Pub, and oh man, that was such a tough gig. But and we were so young. But Mason was doing a guitar solo, and these two guys walked in, and they came right up in front of him. I'm talking about just like jaw to the floor. And one of the guys looked at his friend and was like, "He doesn't even have hair on his nuts."
It used to be a strip club back in the 70s. Now it's a biker bar. And we go in there, and they're like, yeah, the stage is in the back. So we go back there, and there's a stripper pole on the stage. And that's when they gave us the history of the venue. And we were like, why is it still here?
It was vintage.
It was vintage, and it was used. But like, it's like, is it a support beam? Like they can't take it down? Well, I mean, I knew he was good, but I mean, every time we play Mountain Jam live, he takes a bass solo, and every time it's just like, dang. Just like every time you get that, I guess,
reminder.
Yeah, reminder.
It's kind of like when you talked about the first time you played with your drummer Zeke. What happened? I mean,
well, we had our last drummer. He quit, and so we had an audition at Palmyra where we are, and Zeke was the last one of the day. And I think it started like 8 o'clock at night, and the first song we played was Sunrise, our new single, and literally on the first, our eyes just went, we just locked, and we were like,
and then they just stayed like that, and we just jammed for so long.
Yeah.
And it was magical.
It's a Donovan song, and the Allman Brothers took the melody from it.
First there is a mountain, then there is no mountain, then there is.
They harmonized.
right.
Well,
Where do you want to start from?